Welcome to Easy Everyday English. I'm Rick.
And I'm Lisa. Today we're talking about a very healthy topic, exercise and staying active.
That's right. We're going to have a simple chat about our own exercise routines and how we fit them into our lives.
So, Rick, let's jump right in. I know you're a regular at the gym. How often do you manage to go?
I try my best to go 2 or 3 times a week, usually in the evenings after work. For me, it's the perfect way to de-stress and forget about the day.
Oh, I bet. A good way to de-stress.
Exactly. My routine is pretty simple. I start with a warm-up, maybe 5 minutes on the exercise bike to get my heart rate up.
A warm-up is so important.
Then I'll move on to lifting weights. I follow a simple plan. One day is for my upper body, like arms and chest, and the next time I go, I focus on my lower body, like my legs.
That's a smart way to do it.
It helps make sure I get a balanced workout. After lifting, I always finish with about 20 minutes of cardio, usually running on the treadmill. It really helps with my energy levels during the week.
Right.
So, what about you, Lisa? I can't imagine you have a lot of free time with 2 kids. How do you stay active?
You are right about that. My schedule is pretty hectic, so I don't have a gym membership. It's just not practical for me right now.
That makes sense.
Instead, I try to build activity into our family time. We're lucky to live near a big park, so we often go for long bike rides on the weekends. The kids love it, and it doesn't feel like exercise. It just feels like fun.
Bike rides, nice.
Yeah, and we play a lot of games outside. My son is really into soccer at the moment, so we spend a lot of time kicking the ball around in the backyard. You'd be surprised how much running that involves.
Oh, I can imagine. I bet it's a great workout.
It is. And if the weather's bad, we have our secret weapon, a living room dance party. We just put on some loud, fun music and dance around for half an hour.
I love that idea. It really shows that you don't need expensive equipment or a gym to stay fit.
Totally. And I think the most important thing is to find something you genuinely enjoy. If it feels like a chore, you'll never stick with it.
That's so true. That's why I always listen to podcasts at the gym. It helps the time go by faster and keeps me from getting bored.
That's a great tip. So, what about motivation? Are there ever days where you just don't feel like going to the gym?
Oh, all the time, especially when I'm tired. On those days, I tell myself that I only have to go for 20 minutes. But usually, once I get there and start moving, I feel better and end up staying for my full session.
That's a good strategy. Just getting started is the hardest part.
It really is. Also, I go with a friend on Wednesdays. We help keep each other accountable. It's harder to skip a workout when you know someone is waiting for you.
Having a workout buddy is a great idea. It makes it more social and fun.
Definitely. So for you, a big motivation is setting a good example for your kids, right?
Yes, that's a huge part of it. I want them to see that being active is a normal and fun part of life. We talk about how moving our bodies helps us grow strong and gives us energy to play.
That's a really healthy mindset. It's all about feeling good.
Exactly. The mental benefits are just as important as the physical ones. A quick walk outside can completely change my mood on a stressful day.
I completely agreed.
Okay, that was a great chat. Now let's move on to our next segment, Key Phrases Breakdown. We're going to explain a few useful expressions we used in our conversation.
That's right. These are phrases you can use every day. Our first phrase is get my heart rate up.
Yes, you said, I start with a warm-up to get my heart rate up. So heart rate is how fast your heart is beating. To get your heart rate up means to do an activity that makes your heart beat faster.
Exactly. For example, you could say, wow, walking up all those stairs really got my heart rate up.
A perfect example. Okay, the second phrase is pretty hectic. I said, my schedule is pretty hectic. Rick, what does this phrase mean?
Hectic is an adjective that means very busy, and pretty here means very or quite. So pretty hectic means very busy.
Right. You could tell a friend, I can't meet for coffee this week. My schedule is pretty hectic.
Perfect. Let's move on to number 3. We said it's hard to exercise if it feels like a chore. What is a chore, Lisa?
A chore is a small job that you have to do regularly, but it's often boring. Things like washing the dishes or doing laundry. So when we say exercise feels like a chore, it means it feels like a boring duty, not a fun activity.
Exactly. And our last phrase for today is keep someone accountable.
Right. I said, my friend and I keep each other accountable. This means we help each other stay committed and responsible for our goals. We offer mutual support.
A great phrase to know. So, to review, our 4 phrases are get my heart rate up, pretty hectic, a chore, and keep someone accountable. Now it's time for some speaking practice. We want you to listen and repeat the phrases out loud.
Yes, this is the best way to improve. I will say the phrase, and then we will leave a short pause for you to repeat it. Ready? Get my heart rate up.
Pretty hectic.
A chore.
Keep someone accountable.
Great. Now let's try repeating full sentences.
I run for 5 minutes to get my heart rate up.
This week, my schedule is pretty hectic.
Washing the dishes feels like a chore.
My friend helps keep me accountable at the gym.
Excellent work! Practicing out loud really does make a difference. And that's all the time we have for today. We hope you learned some useful words and phrases for talking about exercise.
Remember, the most important thing is to find an activity you enjoy. Thanks for listening to Easy Everyday English.
We'll see you next time. Bye for now.